All right, you're not defective, you're different. One of the things that I notice, most of the people that email me are emailing me, and you can read it between the lines. Sometimes they just state it obviously. They feel like they've been labeled as defective, or they feel defective, or they've been told they're defective, broken in some ways. I'm going to tell you, you're not defective, you're just different. Maybe you had a peek under the hood and you noticed the way things work aren't... You see, when I was a little boy, I used to tell my mom there's more to life than doing the dishes. I still believe that. And for some reason, Victoria and I get more shit done in a day than most people get done in a week. And we've got a lot of free time. We have a lot of free time and we get a lot of shit done because we've taken the time to simply accept we're different. Most people don't peek under the hood. Most people don't look around and see madness. When I notice people chasing after middles, when I notice people settling for the mundane, for me it's madness. Small talk. Utter madness. I cannot believe the shit that people talk about day after day. They can't wait to get together with someone so they can talk about nothing. I've got this belief. You know how much I love that word. I've got this belief that everybody wants to be somebody. That doesn't mean everybody wants to be rich, that everybody wants to drive a fancy car. But it seems to me, based on 56 years of observation, that everybody wants to be somebody. Some people want to be a mommy, some people want to be a daddy, some people want to be, quick. Some people just want to be cool. Everybody wants to be somebody. And some of us are just different. Some of us are outright weird. And I say that in the most loving way possible. Because when I started embracing my weirdness, when I stopped denying my divinity and my humanity, that's when the fun began. That's when speed showed up. So I do get back from the pool yesterday and I left the sales page up. So there's a sales stats page behind the scene that reveals what's going on in the typical kingdom, or in the kingdom on a typical day. And Victoria says a lot of people have picked up the procrastination pack. And for me that's funny because I haven't emailed about it yet. I did share 2 links on Facebook and people have gone nuts. And I'll tell you why. Because you're not defective. You're just different. I spent 3 years exploring this before putting it out, because every solution that I come across is, hey, because you're defective, you have to do this. Because you're defective, you have to do that. They don't say it necessarily. Sometimes they do. But if you're different and you try to live life the way most people do, it's called madness. See, you've probably noticed I'm not into work. I don't even feel it real to make things happen. I feel it real to have an experience now that echoes into what Neville calls, the shadow. He calls this the school of shadows. He doesn't say it's not real. He says consciousness is the only reality. I notice that you're conscious of the physical reality, your emotional experience, your mental experience. Some of us are even conscious of the state we are in. And it's the state that you're in that determines what you think, what your emotions are, what your reactions are. Or if you're having an inner shitstorm. And you're going to have an inner shitstorm if you have any area in your life that you imagine that you're defective instead of acknowledging that you're different. And here's one of the big keys. Once you peek under the hood, once you notice, the world is just mad. chasing effects instead of giving life to the lovely. I'm going to state this again a little differently. Ready? I don't feel it real to make something happen in the future. I feel it real to have an experience now that echoes into the shadows. The shadows always follow the sun. You're the sunshine. And that's the brilliance of all this, the brilliance of you. Meanwhile, I'm not a fan of the way most people teach motivation. Think about this, ready? So little Jimmy's 8 years old and his parents are giving him a candy bar to clean his room, a candy bar to clean his room, a candy bar to clean his room, a candy bar to clean his room. And eventually they go, well, we shouldn't be giving him candy. We'll give him $1 to clean his room, $1 to clean his room, $1 to clean his room. And when he's 18, they say, go get a job. And when he's 25, they're going, when are you going to get a job? Why aren't you cleaning your room? And nobody gets why, because he became extrinsically motivated. Here's a candy bar if you clean your room. Here's $1 if you clean your room. I just imagine, enjoying organization, enjoying knowing where all my shit is, enjoying, there not being dust everywhere, and suddenly everything's done. See, I imagine, and this is a biggie, extrinsic motivation is doing something now for a reward later. It's called work. And I'm not a fan of you doing anything for work. I'm a fan of let your imaginal experience lead your physical experience. Can you hear my excitement about today? It's only 7:31 in the morning here. Listen to me. See, as people that are different, we honestly get to discover the motivation that nobody out there does, intrinsic motivation. I know these are big words today for so early in the morning. Intrinsically motivated is I do it because I do it. I do it for the fun of it. I feel it real for a yummy lunch because I can experience yummy lunch now and later. It's called getting paid twice. Getting paid while I do it, getting paid forever. Because I've got day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day. I've got hundreds of yummy moments and yummy lunches with Victoria. And some people ask us, what's the secret to your marriage? And I go, yum. Because I experience my experience of her yum hours before it happens. And that yum echoes all over the place into that school of shadows. See, so many people are afraid of the shadows. People are afraid of the physicality, so they try to deny that it's real. It's real, gang. Time is real. You give life to time. I'm having the time of my life because of that. And I invite you to do the same. So if you got gold today, I've just been having fun this morning. How about you? NevilleGoddardStore.com. That's where we've got the new goodies. The metaphysics one. That fits in pretty good with today. The procrastination one. If you've ever found yourself, well, you know what procrastination is. It's like you imagine being one way and you don't do anything. Nothing happens. And you make excuses and you feel like shit. And you wonder why you aren't disciplined enough. God, do I sound like I'm into discipline? I'm not. I'm into dancing. You see, that's where I'm different, because people who think you're defective say you need discipline. People at the pool, they tell me you must be very disciplined to go here every day. Because I go every day. 11 o'clock, I'm at the pool. Every single day, except for the days where I'm a little late. And when I'm a little late, they notice. I walk in the building, it takes me 20 minutes to get in because they're all asking, hey, 20, you're late, what's up? You all right? What'd you do today? Honest to God. But I'm not disciplined. See, when my new friend Ron says to me, you actually come every day, don't you? I says, yeah, I do. Because Ron comes some days but not others, but he notices I'm always there. And he goes, what's your secret? How do you stay disciplined? And I said, Ron, I'm different. I'm not disciplined at all. I surrender to the dance. I love feeling good. So I come here every day, I do my kung fu, my Ido Portal stuff. I work out with my bondage bands. My buddy Eric, he gave me his bondage bands. These really thick rubber things. My God, they're good. He ordered me a set. Can't wait. Meanwhile, NevilleGoddardStore.com. Go have fun. Live your day your way. And stay tuned. See ya.